Hi guys, Melissa Johnson. Hey, independent Scentsy consultant, back with you again for a third time today. And I just thought I'm going to color my fragrance flower, and I thought you might want to watch. This is not recommended by Scentsy, so just know that this is a Dahlia Darling. These are my favorite. I love using the thick or the Sharpies. I prefer the thick ones, but I will use this skinny one. So this is in the scent of Sparkling Magnolia. And I replaced my other one that was dried up, so you're gonna have this silver ring. It's a decorative ring that comes in the box. You're gonna have your oil, and you're gonna have your solo wood flower in whatever style you got. It's easier for me personally to color the Dahlia Darling ones versus the Buttercup Belle. They're more delicate, so they're harder to color. But you're gonna see your little flower. I'm just gonna pull out my flower. On the tip here is some paper. Make sure you remove that. Supposedly, I haven't found a difference, but supposedly it throws the scent better. I don't know. The science behind that is paper. I don't get it, but I've put it in. I didn't think it worked any better or less, but people believe that it does, so I always take that off now. And on the box, there's not a sticker to tell me what kind, like Sparkling Magnolia. Well, I like to repurpose these, but I'm going to write it on the bottom, and you can take it off with rubbing alcohol. So this is going to be Sparkling. Black Sharpie. Because I can't even tell where I wrote that, so. So Sparkling Magnolia, I've written that on the bottom. Today is 3:30. We'll just see how long it's gonna last. And so there's that. We're gonna take off the plastic. Oh, you guys, the sticker's on the lid. I'm dumb. I did all that for nothing. That's okay. I just noticed that's on the lid. I was looking for it on the box. I don't know why. I knew the little sticker was on the bottom. Or it was somewhere. Okay, that's going on the bottom. Oh my word. Anyways, so this is where I put the little sticker. So I remember which one I'm using. Hold please. Da, 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 da. Now you get to see that you struggled for like 5 minutes doing all of that. I can't get the lid off. I literally have to get this plastic off to get the screw-on lid off. Well, this is not going like I hoped. It's real. Why? Almost. All right, 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Yay! Okay, then you're gonna take this black lid off. Oh, it smells pretty. Then you're gonna have a plastic stopper. Have to take that off. Yay! Oh, and I have to get that off my table because it will take the finish right off my table. I had a Buttercup Bell flop over and I got oil on my cabinet it was sitting on, and it made a hole where it took the varnish and everything right off. So then I'm gonna screw on this decorative piece, and it's got the hole in the top. Now we're gonna color our flower. I like to color the tips. Like that. And the only bummer about this style of flower, you still have to be gentle, because the solo wood is very delicate, but it soaks up the oil so well, and it's beautiful, and the flower expands and then the oil expands. But the only bummer is there's so many intricate parts of these ones to color that it takes longer than the Buttercup Bell. Now I used a really fat Sharpie, like poster style, on my Buttercup Bell that worked better than this pointed Sharpie. So unfortunately I wanted purple, and I don't have a fat purple. I just have blue and pink, maybe green in that fat Sharpie. So, but I just, you know, and you can combine colors. I mean, obviously the darker the color, I find the darker the color, the better it works. And I like to, I mean, you could use green, well, I guess there are some green flowers maybe, but I like to use more true to life colors. But you can mix like orange and black for Halloween, or you can get really creative. Some people I've seen, they've done like rainbows and like all different kinds of things. I mean, you can be as creative as you want to be. I just like when it's sitting in my bathroom that doesn't have a plug in it. Like, why they thought that was a good idea back in the day. That I just want it to look like there's a real little flower sitting there, as well as fragrancing my room. Now the wax in Sparkling Magnolia wasn't very strong. I still have a couple bars from when it was Mother's Day last year that I should melt and see if it's gotten stronger. But I'm anxious to see that hopefully the fragrance flower is nice and fragrant. And I hope it performs really well. It's gonna take a few days for the color to fully disperse. When the oil reaches up through the petals, and then it's gonna take a while for it to spread the color, use the oil to spread the color to the rest of the petals. So be patient, it takes like 3 or 4 days, sometimes a week. And I think these are a really great option for scenting rooms like I have. It's a half bath, it doesn't have a plug in it, but it's a great option for scenting that area. I also think this would be a fun thing to do like a bridal party, like, you know, you and your girls get together and you could color flowers, even like a baby shower. That'd be expensive. You could have a part, like you could have a type of party where everybody buys their flowers and then they get together and they sit and chat, you know, Scentsy, and color their flowers, and then, you know, they could wait to open it up and put it in the oil. They could just color it at the party, take it home, and then pop it in the oil once they're home. That would be a fun party idea. Everybody just pre-orders their flowers ahead of time and then you set a date. When my daughter was like a teenager, this would have been a fun party for her and her friends to have. And then they could have gone home with like the flower as a party favor. Like, you know, the older teenage girls, like Sweet 16 or something. And like 10, 12-year-olds would enjoy doing something like this. Even little kids, but you just have to have them be aware that the flowers are delicate. And the more intense you get with the Sharpie on the petal, the more it tends to like bleed through and break. So yeah, that's some ideas. And then, you know, like Linda H here on YouTube, she always talks about her girl gang. I think that would be so fun. Like if her and her girl gang got together, pre-ordered their flowers, and then sat and made flowers together. Colored them all together. I always think when she talks about her girl gang, like them getting together, like sip and sniffs. This would be like a fun thing for them to get together and do together. So even like a fundraiser for like a youth group or a church, or this would be a fun little project. I even kind of think, you know, Mother's Day, your husband could have your kids sit and color these for you, and then not obviously put them in the oil. Well, they could make you a bouquet of them, and then you could use them in different rooms, but, or maybe all together, who knows. But if you have a couple kids, you know, your husband can sit and help the kids color these, and then when you're ready to replace it, you just pick a new flower, or just do them all at once in different rooms. That would last way longer than a bouquet of flowers. Plus, you'll know that your family helped make these. So I think that's a great idea. You know, it's also, I think it would be a great get well gift if you're going to visit someone in the hospital and you know, like, they have a favorite scent. Instead of sending them flowers, you know, just make them one of these flowers and take them to them when you go visit them in the hospital. That would be a great idea. Just some different things I'm trying to think of. I mean, heck, if you know that your husband loves like Blue Grotto, most guys love that scent. And, you know, maybe for Father's Day, you make him a flower that he can take and sit on his desk at work. And it's going to be like a pretty dark blue or something. And be like, hey, my wife made that for me. Or my kids made that for me, or whatever. I think that's a great idea. So it's not just for ladies. I know lots of guys would probably like to have a flower that their kids sat and colored, or even their wife, on their desk at work and make it smell nice, like baked, I don't even know what the scents are currently, but like baked apple pie or something wonderful. Or Blue Grotto. It's very citrusy, summery. And trust me, people are gonna come in and say, wow, it smells so good in here. It used to happen to Dale at work when he had the travel tins and he had baked apple pie in that one, and people would be like, it smells so good in here, and he'd be like, it's my Scentsy travel tin. So there's my flower. That's how I color mine. You can get all crazy and color it different, but this will be enough. Check back in a couple months and you'll see that right there is enough to see just how much the oil's gonna pull out the color, and it's gonna be perfectly colored. So there you go. 16 minutes, and 5 of 6 of it was me struggling to get all the stuff off of it. So like 10 minutes and there you go. That's the perfect decor piece. And I don't know anybody that returns these anyway. So obviously Scentsy that is not a Scentsy thing, but you could always put food coloring in the water like they did with the Valentines. yeah, they don't want you breaking your flowers and then complaining, so that's why they don't recommend doing this. But I know that they do think it's fun that people do color these, and it inspired them to make colored oil for the Valentine's collection. So definitely share your creativity with the world and show them how you colored your Scentsy flower. And you know, that, I mean, personally, that makes me want to go out and buy these more, because not only can you be creative, but it's fun and it smells amazing and it scents your space. So just my thoughts. Just know that that's not a Scentsy approved thing that I'm doing there. That's just me and my creativity. But thanks so much, everybody, and we will see you soon. Hope to see your colored flowers. Bye.